Actually, it's pretty good. Alright, how are we going to stop Russell Wilson? Slow him down. Don't let him get more than 250 pass yards. Alright, don't have one or two turnovers. So no upgrades we can do. Abilities, but we got a good team.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a man who will forever live with a heartbreak of throwing that interception on this field a few years back in Super Bowl 49. It's Russell Wilson.
Heartbreak for Russell Wilson and his Seattle teammates. How about climbing to the top of the mountaintop for Malcolm Butler, the rookie corner who made that play. Undrafted free agent. He makes one of the biggest plays in Super Bowl history with that interception and gives New England another world championship.
From the 39, Wilson. Ebron's got it.
What was that?
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle is made here at the Cardinals' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good play.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson, and he hits his tight end, Ebron.
Dude, I actually might have stripped
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Down into the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
So apparently
they get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett.
How do you both with
and he is in for the
I know I
Seattle
tried to hit
touchdown.
him, but he just goes
Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Probably sharp.
Let's go. Ready. 18 gators.
Oh, we're taking Gurley's award from him.
Get it.
The drive starts with a run by Allen. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Allen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because
it got his man.
You can't stop AJ.
And that'll
He's
wind up
good.
moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 45-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run the counter. Allen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Top teams. That's also a good game. Patriots and
on 2nd down now. It's Allen. Allen hit the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
the psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think...
Thank you, because I was gonna say.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Yes, sir. That's about the dumbest penalty I've ever seen.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Dime.
Hold it, that guy! And incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Penalty anyway.
And that's going to wind up incomplete.
And take the penalty, you won't.
Do have a flag
take the penalty,
down.
you won't.
Let's check in with our referee.
Take the penalty, you won't, you won't.
So they declined the penalty.
Oh,
that seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it.
Why didn't you accept the penalty? You too scared we're going to make it on 4th and 18?
Someone's got to be confused.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's
what I
why.
think. I'm pretty sure.
See, look at that. You can't even run the ball.
And somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them.
That's your lead. Tyler's going to have that award wrapped up.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. He's got his man.
Yeah, knock that sucker out. Let's go.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is recovered by the Cardinals. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down.
Zeke Johnson takes him no time at all, and he just
of this 1st quarter.
tosses the offensive line on
2nd and 15 following that sack.
Just in there for the sack, just like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, twisting
God,
right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Stop breaking
They get 11
cycles.
back
Stop.
on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You've made your point that you're better than
on 3rd down. Allen.
1st down, you're so
Freaking
freaking good.
He's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on
That
1st
is
and
why
goal.
I should.
Allen hit. He lost the football.
That is also why I
picked
should
it up.
have took that. Yeah.
He's at the 50.
What is this? How is Bobby
30,
Wagner this fast?
20, 10, and he'll take
That is
this
so dumb.
into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They scored on 2 dumb
Extra
plays.
point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Maybe
Always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
Dude,
and you know a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Touchdown. Open down the middle of the field.
71 yards.
Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On second down, it's Carson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 2. Allen's got it complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
How do you not fumble?
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup at 13. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. And an incomplete
down by
pass.
I believe.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
How's that not a hit? I'm right there.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. It's Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep inside here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Pressure comes. He's taken
Who is
down
letting
by the
Clowney get through every
defense.
single play?
Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Oh, that's them against us, officer.
Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. The Bears are going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points.
Force these
Turn
guys
the ball
into
back
making
over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more cushion in the game.
5 people every single play.
So far, defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down.
Let's go.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They stay on the ground with Allen. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
I think we are okay to run possibly special.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option.
Wow.
Caught by Allen.
Wow.
It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
What?
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
What?
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Jonathan, gain of 13 in the first.
25.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Back to throw. Open man here is Scott, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football
just getting beat
and get
up
the quarterback a really nice target.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
It just should be open.
Back to throw now, first down.
Moss.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 13 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Oh, Finn, let's go.
In the air, and now it's intercepted.
He's
picked
my
off
God.
at his own 37.
Go.
And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a toss play. Allen. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they?
We were like
they scored a touchdown there. Those would be big.
Now every game you got
they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
But like you guys
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Gurley did bad. Yes, Gurley did bad.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
It's Allen.
Oh,
yeah. The stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, what the?
Got it over
AJ made
Scott.
He came back to make the catch. Oh my God! I threw that to the circle.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
Defensively, a backbreaker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Flushed out right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Number 12 on the year.
Football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And there is your dagger.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On first down, it's Allen. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. On the toss, here's Allen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Oh, my goodness.
On 3rd down, Allen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And he's in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
There we go, Kellen.
Here's another interception. Picked off at the 25.
He says, I remember the last time we were here against you guys.
Woes, they
I
just
made
continue
mistakes.
to mount.
But
He's
now,
thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped.
Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern.
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home.
Wow.
The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Freaking pass protection.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Cards, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Seattle, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Alright, 12 for 20, 259, 2 touchdowns and interception for Manning today. Rushing, we pounded the rock. Tyler, 33 carries for 155 yards. A touchdown, 2 fumbles, we picked up both of them. No, they got 1. Used to had a carry for 3 yards, and North had a carry for 13. Hanoka, our leading receiver on the day, 2 catches for 91 yards and a touchdown. AJ had 4 catches for 79 yards and a touchdown. Jake 1 for 39, Bert 2 for 23, Tyler 2 for 22, and he's 1 for 20. He gave up 4 sacks. Finn, our tackle leader on the day with 5, JJ 3, Chris 3, Easton, Jackson, Callan, Eli with 2, Nate 1, Dayton 1, Jason 1, Zach 1, Amy 1, Camden 1, no. Chris with 2 tackles for loss, Finn 1 tackle for loss, Dana tackle for loss, and no sacks. JJ with 2 picks, Finn and Callan with a pick, and Nate with a pick. Nate with a pass deflected as well. And a forced fumble that Kennedy recovered. Michael was amazing on that kicking. 2 for 2 on extra points, 3 for 3 on field goals. And then, yeah. 11-2 on the season. We already matched our win total from last season. Wow. We clinched the playoff berth with that. Get Tristan as well. He's in the green overall category now. Alright, and messages. Alright, I'll be for this episode. Peace.